All eyes on Debby, a stronger system trending west with the potential for catastrophic flooding. Hi, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice, keeping you up to date on this system around the clock. Please let me know in the comments section where you're watching from. And also, please, if you don't already subscribe to this channel, do so, as we are going to keep you up to date around the clock as we watch this system form and move over the southeast, where unfortunately it looks to stall out and provide several months worth of rain in a period of about 3 or 4 days. And that's the danger with this system. As you can see, it's bubbling up. Plenty of convection, plenty of storm action with it right now as it's in between Cuba and Florida, getting its act together, getting more organized. And that's the concern here, is it's moving over the Gulf. Very warm waters here indicated by this red. So that's going to allow it to strengthen up very close to Category 1 status. You see the winds are at 70 miles per hour. That's the National Hurricane Center, as I know them, and I know some of the meteorologists, leaving room for the fact that this could very well be a hurricane as it's on approach, okay? Then it's in South Georgia, then it pumps the brakes as it moves over the Carolinas just offshore, and note there, the Gulf Stream right there, where warm water will also feed this storm. Let's look at the computer models because they're in pretty good agreement. You see the red is our European, the green, the GFS, our Canadian and our UK Met, all these models in pretty good agreement. If you want to widen out to, hey, we're watching it kind of area, stay tuned in Panama City. Stay tuned in Tampa, but it looks like Cedar Key up through the Big Bend region. No stranger to hurricanes here by any means in the past few years, but it's probably a tropical storm verging on Cat 1, and it looks like it's at least moving through your area rather quickly. Central Florida, if you're at Disney, if you plan to have any kind of park days, Sunday, Monday will be rough with the possibility of severe weather. All right, now moving toward the Carolinas, this thing pumps the brakes, and several of the models here take it back out over open water. Both the European and the GFS do this and strengthen it because it's over water at this point. Then it's meandering Wednesday, Thursday. Then it cuts back west, bringing some of those higher impacts inland. Let's look closer at this. You see the spaghetti models kind of meandering up and then out and then in. That's kind of the trend that we've seen throughout the day today. Here are all of the GFS models plotted with the single deterministic run, as well as the ensembles. All show that hook out, all show that hook back in, possibly as far inland as the southern parts of the upstate, which is why we've got to pay attention to this all across the Carolinas and Georgia. Again, it's bubbling up right now. Let's show you the brand new European model, which honestly has done very well with this system. Shows the low, the tropical system on approach of the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida by Sunday night. It's making landfall Sunday night, Monday, bringing that severe risk through the day on Monday if you're at the Disney parks, okay? Rough day there. Lines may be low. Of course, they're very cognizant of severe weather at the park. So, hey, if you can dodge the storms, just be safe out there. Then it pumps the brakes going into Georgia, where Tuesday it's offshore, back out over Savannah, Brunswick, coastal Georgia, and now it's getting stronger, down to 995. 993, 991, 990. It's probably a hurricane at this point. Tuesday into Wednesday. It's not bringing rain and wind to the Carolinas and the upstate yet, but what it's doing is consistently bringing heavy rain into Charleston and Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head. Now it's a hurricane, and it's moving back inland, kind of meandering around right here through Thursday. Thursday, it's probably a Cat 1, making landfall somewhere between Charleston and Myrtle Beach. Again, with significant rain continuing. That's the 4th straight day of heavy rain in the Carolinas. And that's when the upstate starts getting in on some rain. Charlotte, Columbia. And then it's making its way inland, possibly Orangeburg, the I-95 corridor, and then moving north, where Friday is a significant day of rain in this area as well. And we continue to watch it. Friday night, it's pulling away. So the good news, if I have a silver lining here for any kind of plans you may have, is the weekend's looking up as it's pulling away from the Carolinas as a weaker low and leaving us with a drier, more comfortable pattern. Northerly winds come down after that. Oh, rain. Rain looks catastrophic here, folks. I mean, don't get so caught up on it's a category 1 or it's a tropical storm. No, it's the fact that it stalls out. It does not matter what it's named, what it's called, or even if it were a tropical system. Rain is rain, and inland flooding is always the most dangerous situation when it comes to tropical systems. And the numbers that I'm seeing out of these models are just mind-boggling. You have to go back to Florence to find higher rainfall totals and flood threats. This will likely go down as a 1 in 500, 1 in 1,000 year flood event if these numbers verify. We're talking 25 inches. Folks, I'm a very conservative meteorologist. I wouldn't show you these numbers if the other 3 or 4 of our computer models didn't show them. So I don't use the word catastrophic very often either. But in this case, you have a stalling out tropical storm or hurricane right off the Carolina and Georgia coast that Savannah, Chatham County, coastal Bryan County in Georgia, Pooler, Effingham County, up through Charleston, Hilton Head, Georgetown, Myrtle Beach. We're talking 10 to 20 inches of rain between Monday and Friday. That's 3 months of rain in 5 days. All right, so please know that this could be a really, really dire situation along the coast toward late week for the Western Carolinas. Notice how that harsh cutoff. The track goes a little more inland. You get on to more like 2 to 4 inches. For example, Clemson could have a half an inch in this scenario. Greenville, South Carolina could have 2 inches, and Spartanburg could have 4 inches. It's just that kind of scenario where it really ramps up fast. Let's look at the winds, okay? So making landfall is a tropical storm, 40, 45 mile per hour winds. Then it's out over the water where it's actually strengthening. The impact and the landfall, second landfall in South Carolina could be more of a punch of 50 to 70 mile per hour winds, which puts it close to hurricane status. Now, the Western Carolinas are getting in on 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts, but it's the coast that gets the higher gusts. But again, my main concern here are these rainfall totals that would be, again, catastrophic's the word I'm using. You'll probably hear it several times this week. It's not a word that I use lightly. So now is the time to prepare in coastal Georgia, low country of South Carolina. You know that if 2 inches of rain falls in Charleston, South Carolina, it's a big deal. It's just the bold nature of these cities, Savannah being one of them as well, Tybee Island, Hilton Head, Charleston, up through Georgetown into Myrtle Beach. This is a lot of rain that could cause a lot of coastal flooding, folks. So, hey, this is the place to continue to watch it. We will continue to keep you posted around the clock. If you don't already, please subscribe to this channel. And again, I do look at the comments, so please help me out. Let me know where you're watching from right now. Give this video a like, and we'll continue to keep you posted around the clock. Stay safe, everyone, and stay tuned.